the system said, if I don't quit in a minute, it's going to terminate it. So what the hell? Close it down. Let's reboot it. Same thing. All right. So hopefully that didn't hurt your feelings. Okay, because there's no name with your what do you call it? With your little entry here. It says, I'm 18. I'm putting $20 a week into VOO. Is that too little, or should I do more? Okay, it's going to be definitely up to you. Okay, it depends on how you're investing your money. I'm not going to tell you not to invest in VOO. If it works for you, fine, do it. If it doesn't work for you, there are other companies out there that are better. Okay, I think Coney is probably better than VOO, and the dividends are freaking ridiculous. But how long can I do that? Where do you look for dividends? Chris, hope you got a pen and paper ready. Chris, you ready? You ready? You ready? Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Google. In the Google search, you put in Dividend Kings List 2025. That will give you about 54 companies that are consistently increasing their dividends for 5 decades. Dividend Aristocrats List 2025. Dividend Champions List 2025. Dividend Contenders List 2025. Then you can do Warren Buffett's list and any other trader that you respect and you like to follow. So I just asked ChatGPT a simple question and find what you're talking about in 5 seconds. Hey, Jim, alrighty then. There is a dividend calendar, Chris B. Yes, there is. You can actually go to again, Google and say dividend, EX dividend calendar. And there'll be a whole bunch of them pop up. You find one that works best for you. Or, let me get out of there. Or you can just go to Thinkorswim, because Thinkorswim has the calendar right there. Okay, and then you can insert whatever stocks you want into the calendar. Now, I have certain stocks that I look at. Okay, now I've been doing this for over almost 20 years, and I've accumulated a nice list of companies that I like, and I consistently do the same ones over and over again. Mr. Abu, bro, how much are you worth? More than I was yesterday. How's that for an answer? Some people will say I'm worth nothing. Some people would say I'm worth millions. All depends on who you listen to and the context of the conversation. All right, King, we already looked at LYB. All right. Hello. Exactly like George Floyd. I have no idea why you would compare me to George Floyd, but okay. Thoughts on Toyota, we looked at that one. We looked at seasonality for Merck. What is the ticker for Merck? MRK. Are you a crack stockhead? No. You are like you're from the 80s movie. Well, thank you for that, I think. What's your favorite consistent company for those over 20 years? Ooh, I got a whole bunch of those. You talk and look like from an 80s movie. Okay. I think he's trolling. Oh, big text. I hope he's not. I bet he lost all his money in shares. I have no idea why you'd say that. Okay. Petrol. It is a compliment. Thank you. I'm not trolling. Thank you. Okay, so let's see what we have over here. What strike price do you aim to sell? I like to do at the money. Wherever I'm buying, I like to do the option at the same price. Okay, Big 10 Ben, I don't do penny stocks. Sorry. James, when and if you get a chance, can you take it OGN? They are super low PE, 7% yield. All right, Big 10 Ben, hold on a second. What's my real job? Oh, my goodness. I retired November 23. So this is a hobby for me. Okay, I come and do this a couple hours a night, share my knowledge, and document my journey for my children and my grandchildren, and hopefully my great-grandchildren. So hopefully, hopefully they will be more interested than my children are. My children have no interest in money whatsoever, but they're getting there. Okay, see, me and the ex-wife, we spoiled them. We gave them everything they wanted, almost. And then it got to a certain point, all right, you're adults now, you figured out yourself. They don't know the value of $1 yet, but they're getting there. And eventually, I'm hoping, if and when I'm gone, I'll have all this information available for them to see, well, how did Dad do it? Well, this is how Dad did it. So watch the videos. It's right there in front of you. Okay. Bros from ancient times. Thank you, ancient times. Lovely. He's addicted to trading. No, I'm not. I just trade on a daily basis. That's it. Okay. I have an interest in what my money does. Okay. You have two choices. You can do it yourself, or you can give that responsibility to someone else. So if you don't work, what do you do all day? Well, bros rip off Donald Trump. Okay, baby oil activities. Oh, okay, you're welcome. Oh. If you're talking about money, where is your suit? I want to see a suit. Oh, hold on a second. Hold that thought. There you go. I'll wear a suit inside. Who wears a suit at night? Anyway, I'll be honest. I wish you were my dad. Yeah, no, you don't. I was extremely strict, and my kids hated me because I grew up in a point where if you did something wrong, you got your ass whooped. You did. The wife wasn't so much. She didn't like the discipline. So we had an agreement. When it came time to disciplining the boys, that was on me. The girls, that was on her. And when it was time to discipline, I would say, time for you to leave. And then the boys would know they're in trouble. Terribly sorry. I don't go for this new age bullshit way to raise kids. Oh, just talk to them. Everything will be okay. No, no, nope. All right. I'm a rigger. Every dollar counts. They'll soon realize the value as everything has value. You're right, it does. Everything has value. He's walking like Biden. Oh my God. Nice suit. All right, whatever. Okay, that's good to be strict. What job did I have before you tried? Believe it or not, I was a CEO. I owned my own manufacturing company. All right, so let's get over to here onto TikTok. Get a bunch of questions over here. OGN, Big Ten Ben. What the heck is OGN? OGN. No. Sorry, dude. I don't do monthlies because the numbers just don't work. I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. It has to be a weekly optionable stock. This is a monthly optionable stock. There's a big difference. I can do a weekly every single week. This, I can only do it once a month. The numbers just don't work with monthlies. So what's the problem? I don't do monthlies. James, when and if you get a chance, take a look at it. Okay, yeah. The 7% yield dude doesn't thrill me. Okay? Okay, now you say 7% yield. That means something to someone, not to me. My hair's a mess. I still have my own hair, 61. Yield doesn't mean anything to me. Consistency of profitability is more important to me than what the yield is. Do you share your trades on the stream? Mojo Mike, what's happening? Yeah, I would get whooped, but sometimes they would think I did something when I didn't, and that would suck. Yep. See, the funny thing is, here's a good one. Here's a good one. There was 6 of us, right? And I was the middle child, okay? So anytime somebody did something wrong, okay, I would say, Mom, I did it. I'd take the spanking from my brothers and sisters, then we all get to go out and play. Okay, who did that? I did it, Ma. She whipped my ass. I'd stand in the corner for a while, and then I got to go outside. Now, my brothers and sisters, they took advantage after a while. And my mother caught on. She said, all right, who did this? No, you always say you did it. You probably didn't do it, but anyway, yeah. Growing up in the 60s and 70s, yeah, I got my ass whooped a lot. Bro was one of those families, dads. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When more people buy stocks, the stock raise? Yeah. Yep. Okay. You really good talking. Okay, good. I drink gasoline. Good for you. That's horrible. Anyway, let's go back over there to TikTok. Look at the questions here. Okay, so Big Ten Ben, Lindarella, 2% a week. I like that idea. Would you invest in toilet paper? No, please. Gasoline smells good. Yeah, it does. Lindarella, can you take a look at OGN? Okay, Big Ten Ben, we did. OGN's right here. Okay, monthly option, it's going to be a no. Sorry. JEPQ gives weekly dividends. What are your thoughts? JEPQ. JEPQ. I don't know about you, but that is a monthly optionable stock. No, I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work. So who said that? Renewable energy, okay, JEPQ, monthly. It's right now, it's 57.76 to 58. It's going for 10 cents. Why the hell would I do that at 10 cents? At 58 bucks, I should be getting 58 cents every single week. This is getting 10 cents. Yeah, hell no. Sorry, JEPQ is another one of those companies. The numbers just don't work. Amy. What do I think about Tesla? No, Tesla does not have dividends. No. What are your thoughts on JEPQ and QQQI? No and double hell no. Okay, so there's absolutely nothing wrong. Okay, renewable energy, nothing wrong with you giving your money to someone else, or worse, giving it to a machine. JEPQ and QQQI, you're giving your money to a machine to trade for you. What do you think an ETF is? Electronically traded fund. And don't give me the bullshit about exchange traded fund, because they're all electronic. You're giving your money to a computer to invest for you. Let me just show you, for the fun of it, exactly what JEPQ gives you. JEPQ. Now, this is not my numbers. This is right from Yahoo Finance. Okay? Okay? JP Morgan Equity Premium Income, ETF, electronically traded fund, JEPQ. You ready? Slide on down. Yield 9.66% per year. If you're okay with 9% per year, there you go. I like 1% a week. That comes to 50% per year. Huge difference between 50% per year and 9% per year. But wait, QQQI isn't any better. QQQI, hold on, it's going to pop up in a second. It doesn't even have a yield. And it doesn't tell you jack shit nothing. Why the hell would you put your money into something that doesn't have any details? No financial information on whatsoever. No. Okay, so Big Ten, I'm going to ask you nicely, very politely. I answer every single question. Before the night is over, I will answer every single question. I would appreciate it if you only asked the question once and only once. Now, I looked at OGN twice. The first time it was a no. And guess what the second time was? Oh, wait a minute, let me think. No. I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work. 7% yield does not blow any wind up my skirt at all. 1% a week is 50% per year. Why are you showing me something that's paying 7% per year? Okay, are I don't want to insult you in any way, shape, or form, but you not seem to listen. 50% is better than 7%. Okay, if you want to show me something that's going to make me take a look, make sure it's 50% or more. I'll even take a look at 30% or more. But 7%, no, doesn't thrill me at all. What is the safest thing to invest in right now? Education. You're from Boston, aren't you? Stacy, how can you tell? We park our car in Harvard Yard. I am too. Cool beans. Walmart is weekly, correct? Yes, it is. I love Walmart. Unfortunately, Walmart is at the high of the year, so you got to wait for it to come back down. Bro, you remind me of an old guy from Wall Street firm. Well, alrighty. Are you a trader? No, I'm an investor. Okay, I buy and I sell on a weekly basis. But I only do stocks that are consistently profitable. Say, Big Ten Ben, sorry, dude, you got to come up with something better than that. Stormy, thank you for that. QQQI is a dividend every week. Yep, no, sorry. Hippie, all right, I have no idea what that means. What do I think about CTO? Doberman Mia, CTO. Why couldn't tell me GTO? GTOs I like, but CTO, what the heck is CTO? Oh, it's a no, is what it is. Chasing Jack, sorry, I stepped out for a moment. Did we already look at APA? Jack, dude, you missed it. APA was awesome. It was. Best Canadian stock. Sorry, I don't do Canadian stocks. Swing trader, then if weekly. Okay, that's what you want to call me, fine. Invest in many different stocks or many of very few. Carrera, you're absolutely right. There's 9,875 different companies trading every single day. I only look at about 300, but I don't look at them all at the same time. I put all my stocks into a calendar, and then I only invest in those companies that have the dividends coming up. Now remember, each quarter, there's 4 quarters. January, February, March, quarter 1. April, May, June, quarter 2. July, August, September, quarter 3. October, November, December, quarter 4. Now the funny thing about the 4 different quarters, my standpoint, they're all the exact same. Each quarter, 1, 2, 3, 4, has 13 weeks. 13 weeks each quarter. Count them up. 13 times 4 is 52. 52 weeks in a year. Okay. The nice thing about what I do is you see NWN, that's January 31st. Okay? The fifth week of the first quarter. NWN will be on the 5th week of the second quarter. NWN will be the 5th week of the third quarter. NWN will be the 5th week of the fourth quarter. Every 90 days, this list repeats itself. First quarter, 1 through 13. Second quarter, 1 through 13. Third quarter, 1 through 13. Fourth quarter, 1 through 13. All the exact same. First week of the quarter, same as the first week of the second quarter, so on and so forth. It's the same stocks over and over and over again. Why? Because they're consistently profitable. NWN, Northwest National, okay, over 5 decades of consistently increasing their dividend, which means every single year, more and more and more profits to the investors. It's actually that simple. If it's the 5th week of every quarter, there's only 4 quarters, the 5th week, NWN. So every 5th week, I'm looking at NWN. Is it the right time? I look at the chart, the 1-year chart, the 90-day chart, the 30. It's the same thing over and over and over. You look at any one of my videos. There's like 870. It's a lot of videos. They're all basically the exact same, saying the same things over and over and over again. Hoy, hoy, boy, how many kids do you have? Do they invest like you? Nope, none of them do. Andre, I'm living in Jamaica. Oh, come to Jamaica, man. What international broker do you recommend? I want to start trading U.S. stocks. Your best bet, Andre, this is just an opinion. You might want to think about a VPN, virtual private network. Da-dum-dum, da-dum-dum. All right, I'm going to bed. Good night. Thanks for the info. Jason, so in short, is this passive? You will have to pay tax on that 50%. Jason, I love it when people mention taxes. Because if you mention taxes, that's kind of like going to a Lamborghini dealer and asking what kind of gas mileage does the car get. Why would you ask what kind of gas mileage does a Lamborghini get? If you can't afford the gas, even if it gets 2 miles to the gallon, if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. If you're worried about the taxes, you shouldn't be investing. Okay? Now, taxes is going to be directly related to how you hold your account. Is it in your personal name? Great, you're paying the most in taxes. Is it in a company name? Great, you're paying corporate taxes. Corporate taxes can offset profits and losses. So if the company's losing money and your investing is making money, the losses over here can offset the profits over here. You could have it into a family trust, not taxable until you take it out. You could have it into a Roth IRA, not taxable until you take it out. However you hold your account will depict how much taxes you pay. Now, there are ways of legally paying zero taxes. But my suggestion would always be talk to a tax strategist or a tax planner. If you're worried about taxes, you should set up your account properly before you even start. I like the way you buzz. Jason, thank you very much. How much do you need to have invested in order to use your method? Okay, Jordan, my grandson started out with 50 bucks. Okay. True? You like that, Jason? Thank you. I'm glad you appreciate it. SQLT. All right, it's 11:29. I'm not going to look at any more stocks. I'm just going to answer questions because I do answer each and every question before the night is over, and we have a bunch here on TikTok to go through. SQLT, we'll have to look at that tomorrow. SLQT, whichever it is, we'll have to look at it tomorrow. Jay Sean, anybody that looks over their glasses like that shows you I trust Ellen more than the average Joe. All right, thank you, I guess. Scotty D, diversification. Yep. Thoughts on CLF? Cliff? Yeah, no. Sorry. Because of steel tariffs? I'm not really worried too much about steel tariffs. I do own some U.S. steel. Okay. Enbridge? No. Consistency and profitability. Scotty, take a look at Enbridge. Look at the numbers. It's familiarity. Okay. Tucker, how can I get with you? I'm 56. Tucker, how are you today? Now, Tucker, you're here on TikTok, right up over here. Okay, the very top left, right there. That's the bio. Click on that. There's a little envelope. You'll see a little tiny envelope. You click on that, send me a direct message with your phone number. I will give you a call. Simple. Jay Moore, KHC, Heinz Ketchup. Love Kraft Heinz. However, it's 11:30. I do this thing from 9 until 11:30, and it is 11:30. It's time for me to quit, but I will go through each and every question first before I leave. Okay, so if you want to look at Heinz Ketchup, show up tomorrow, Jay Moore. Okay, now you've been here before, because I remember that name. Can I check XYLD? You have to ask me tomorrow, Don. Victoria, Jordan, how are you today? Leave me message or text me. Yeah, you can leave a message or text me. 86 is in the house. Woohoo! Oh, Victoria, Texas. Hey, check that out. Victoria, Texas. Cameo, hi. Can you explain how you interpret options on your right side display? All right. How do I interpret options? Let's take a look at one we actually like. I like Macy's. Macy's is wonderful. Okay, check this out, Macy's. Now I'm just going to do the options. Okay, 30-day high, she drops, 30-day bottom, shoots up, pulls back. Here we got 2 days to the top upside. 14.67 is the current price. So I'm going to be looking at the 15s. The 15s for this week, 10 to 16, might get it. Next week, 23 to 26, definitely going to get it there. Okay, how do I interpret it? Okay, over here are the puts. Over here are the calls. I don't do puts at all here. Okay, now I do puts on my own and in my private trading group. I don't explain them here. I do one strategy for free and only one. That's this one. If 50% a year is not enough for you, I can't help you out. All right? So, how do I interpret it? The current stock price right here. The bid, the ask. The open, the high, the low, the close. This is the information on the stock up here, the very top line. Hold on, this might be a little easier. Okay, this might be a little easier. This is the information on the stock. See the numbers? The last, which is the close, the change, it went up 14 cents today. The bid, the ask, the volume, the open, the high, the low, and the close. Okay, those are all the numbers on the stock. Now, you have to be approved for options for it to make any sense to you. Here's the option chain. Okay, each on the far left is the expiration date. 14 February, that's this Friday. 21 February, that's next Friday. 28 February, that's 3 Fridays away. 7 March, 4 Fridays away. 14 March, 5 Fridays away, so on and so forth. Hold that thought. This is monthly options. 21 February, 21 March, 20 June, 19 September, 16 January 26, 20 January 26, 18 June 26. These are monthlies. Interpreted the same way. What's the current price? 54.38. Well, at the money is 54.38. That's the separation between the purple and the black. That line right there is at the money. The purple is in the money, the black is out of the money. That's the interpretation. I hope it makes sense. AMD-Trader, Advanced Micro Devices. Dude, seriously, check the numbers, check the dividends, and you will come with the same conclusion I did. No. That's a no. All right. Tyler, where should a person put 10K? First of all, you should ask yourself a question. What do you want to do? What do you want to do with 10K? Okay, do you want to throw a pizza party? Great party, 10K. Okay, you want to buy a Lamborghini? That ain't going to do it. If you want to put it into something for your future, great. What are you looking for? Capital appreciation or cash flow? Do you want it to grow fast or do you want cash flow? Grow slowly. Okay, it's always going to be a personal decision. My suggestion is always the same. Education first. Work the equation backwards. What are you expecting realistically? Well, now there's a whole bunch of trading strategies out there. There's a whole bunch of people just like me standing in front of a screen saying, hey, this, that, and the other thing. We all have a different approach. They all work. Some are easier than others. Some are more complicated. Some are safer. Some have more predictability. Some have, a higher risk, higher reward. Mine's on the low end. I'm looking for 1% on a weekly basis. That's it. Most people want to put their 10 grand and turn it into 100 grand in 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, you're not going to do that here. Sorry, this is slow. This is boring. This is monotonous. This is the same thing day after day, week after week. I don't mind because I'm retired. I got nothing else to do other than what I've been doing for the past 15, 20 years. All right, AT, what's your thought on LYG, Lloyd's Bank, about dividend? Okay, LYG, AT, you have to ask me about that one tomorrow. Chatterbox, I love being here every morning. Okay. Thank you for that, Chatterbox. What is the name of the website? The 10-Minute Trader. Pressure Odom. Alrighty. 25 present last year. Ronnie, I have no idea what 25 present last year means. Joshua, XRP, thoughts, predictions, worth the investment. Okay, Jashawn, I don't do XRP. It's not a dividend stock. It does not pay dividends. It has not been around for 20 consecutive years. It's a no for me. Best dividend stocks for a Roth IRA. Yep. Always buy the best dividend stocks for your Roth IRA. Uh-oh. Missed some questions. Uh-oh. AMD, where you looked at, ignore negative comments. I always do. I like negative comments because, you know, it it allows me to, you know, figure out. If you don't have enough trolls, you're not working hard enough. That's my philosophy. So I like trolls. Keep going, keep going, keep going. XRP, no thank you. 25%. Yep, best dividend stocks for a Roth IRA. How do I cancel my membership? Gen X, you just cancel it. All right, you go to where you signed up and you say, I would like to cancel my membership. Gen X 67, AMD, advanced micro devices, no, ignore the name of comments. What is your top 3, top 5 stocks you play with regularly? Well, that would be Ford, Macy's, Nordstrom, Kohl's, MPW, US Steel, Intel, Dell. Oh, I like all those. I'm not understanding the monthly and weekly difference. Raz. Okay, Raz, I'm don't want to insult your intelligence, okay? But monthly, there's 12 months in the year. Weekly, there's 52 weeks in a year. The difference is 12, 52. Okay, if each option trade gets me anywhere between 1 or 2% each trade, one a month is 12 to 24% a year. One a week is 50 to 100% a year. That's the difference. Okay, either you have the time to do it every single day or you do it once a month. It's totally up to you. I do it every day because I've been doing it every day for the last 20 years. So. Ford Motor Stewart, we looked at Ford earlier. KHC, J Moore, we're going to have to look at that tomorrow. I keep seeing you. Alrighty. Exchange trade funds, not electronically traded funds. Tony, thank you for explaining exchange traded fund as opposed to electronically traded funds. Now let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen the exchange? The exchange is all computers, which runs on electricity, which would be electrically traded funds. Okay, I understand the difference between exchange traded funds and electronically traded funds, but if the exchange is all run on electricity and computers, and it's electronically traded funds, you're giving your money to a computer to trade for you. All right, you're not giving it to a person, you're giving it to a computer. What are my recommendations? YOLO, I don't make recommendations. I just point and click and give you my opinion. My opinion is whatever my opinion is. This is just what I do. Okay, and I show you what I do. If you guys want to do the same, hey, that's up to you. I'm just showing you what I do. Never blindly trust a random guy on YouTube. That's who I am. I'm a random guy on YouTube. You don't know me. I tell you, send me a number. I'll give you a call. That will get you closer to knowing me. But here, the interaction here, yeah, you can't really know me. Okay. Do I like Ford Motors? Yes, I do. But I will like to look at Ford Motors every single week and look and see when it makes sense. Because it goes up, it goes down. I don't want to buy it when it's going down, and I don't want to buy it when it's at the high of the year either. So I like to watch certain stocks over and over again. Ford is one of them. Now I have to try this. Oh no, I hate when that happens. 7 Mickey, top 3 stocks you play with. Macy's, Nordstrom, Kohl's. What has 1% a week? Well, there's over 1,000 companies that have weekly options. What pays 50% a year? Well, 1% a week is over 50% a year. Paul Rod, those are dividend yields. Annual rate of return is different, right? Not really. Because the yield is, all right, there's a difference between yield and annual percentage or annual percentage rate. Because the yield depends on where did you buy it. Wherever you bought it, whatever the dividend, that's what your yield going to be. As the stock is higher, your yield is lower. As the stock is lower, your yield is higher. Because a dividend usually stays the same. So if you're getting $1 dividend and you're paying 64 bucks, you're paying one yield. You're getting one yield. But if you're still getting $1 on the same stock, but you bought it at 52, which is $14 left, your yield is different. But it's still basically the same. You're putting a big chunk of your money into an investment and it's giving you a return at the end of the year. So wherever you jumped on this merry-go-round, whether it was at the high or whether it was at the low, will depict what your yield is based on what the dividends are. It's one of those complicated questions. I just use it for, an example. So at this current moment in time, the stock is at 54.38. Whatever the dividend is, you divide the dividend by this price here, that will give you your yield. Tomorrow, next week, or the week after, or 3 months from now, the yield will change because the dividend stays the same, but the stock price changes. Hope that makes sense. Paul? Alpha Wraps, new retail baby. Okay, I have no idea what that means. All right. Steven, hello. Thoughts on Mera? Ooh, I like Mera. But you're going to have to ask me tomorrow because I'm just answering questions. Because we're basically done at looking at stocks tonight. I'm just going to go through the rest of the questions. But I do like Mera, and I do own some Mera. Okay, so come back tomorrow, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until 11:30 or whenever I run out of questions. Coach Joel, EX dividend Ford stock coming up, special dividend 2, so 30 cents total February 17th. Okay. So when is the best time to sell? February 21, 9 call on Ford. There isn't. We looked at the 9 call on Ford already. Okay, it wasn't, for me, it wasn't worth it. I can't tell you what's right for you, Coach. Okay, you have to figure out what is right for you. For me, I looked at Ford earlier. Now, I got 7 different accounts. I own Ford in one. Okay, because the numbers looked right. Then, now the numbers don't look right. Still learning, is there an expense ratio? For what? Tasha, you got to ask a better question. You ask a better question, I can give you a better answer. There's always an expense ratio, but as an expense ratio in what specifically are you talking about? Wait, Roth is not taxable? That's why a Roth is powerful. Coach, now, I'm assuming you're a coach. You've been around for a while. So to be a coach, you actually have to be, I would like to think, a certain age, which means you've had a couple of jobs already and you know about taxes. So yeah, a Roth, you can take your investments. The money is taxed before you put in it. But as it's growing in that account, it's not taxed. But guess what? When you take it out, they're going to tax you. So yeah. Can you check CSMT? Daniel, we'll have to take a look at it tomorrow. We're past my time already, but I do want to answer these questions. It has interesting fundamentals. Okay. Jay Byrne. So you're here every night from 9 to 11:30. Yep. Nate Mullins. Did you get stuck holding DHI and STZ when the tariffs hit them? Okay. I don't own either one of those. And I never bought either one of those. Okay. Thanks for all the free information, Chase and Jack, you got it, and giving us a chance to succeed in this economy. You're welcome. Where are we? There we go. Almost done with questions. What do I think about FBRT? Never heard of it. Metaversal Boo. 1% a week takes 1.38 years to double your money. Yeah, okay. Best Canadian dividend stock. Sorry, I don't do Canadian stocks. I'm in South Africa, hence I said morning. Chatterbox. Cool, that makes sense. What do I think of Misty, M-S-T-Y? Dude, check the numbers. Seriously. When I say my 5 rules, rule number 1, never buy something you don't understand. So my assumption here, when I say never buy something you don't understand, my assumption would be you looked at all the fundamentals of the numbers. You understood that the dividend is what the dividend is. You understood what the current yield is. You understood whether or not it's a monthly or a weekly optionable stock. But my guess is that no, you didn't, because I'm familiar with MSTY. It doesn't fit whatsoever. Nordstrom's, they're looking to go private. Yes, they are. But here's an interesting thing. If you buy Nordstrom's and they go private, well, they pay you what the value of the current buyout offer is. So if you buy Nordstrom's at $10 and the buyout offer is at $14 a share, well, you're going to get 14. So it all negotiated when they actually buy the stock, buy the company to take it private. They have to pay off all the investors and buy back all the shares. Use the rule 72, okay? Have a good night, and thank you for the info. Lindarella, you're welcome. Club Med Tom, Gen X72, how long have you attended, and is it worth it? Okay, Gen XXX 1967, I have no idea who the hell you are, okay? And I don't remember ever seeing you at any of the live shows in the morning. Do you give help? Yes, I do. Kuma, do you give help? Kyle, I have an option call on TSLA right now at 345. It expires in 18 days. I'm down 400. Should I hold or wait? Kyle, I cannot answer that question. I don't give advice, and I definitely don't do Tesla. And I really never buy options. Okay? 80% of all options expire worthless. I don't buy. I sell. So I'm on the 80% side. What stock is this? This is O Realty. Kyle. Okay, you already said that. Chasing Jack. James, once you put your stock on a covered call, can you cancel after it's been filled? No. No. Because once you buy a stock, it's yours to do with whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. But once you sell a covered call against it, okay, and you take someone's money, believe it or not, you just entered into a legal binding contract. Legal binding contract means you cannot sell that stock unless you buy back that option. Okay, a legal binding contract, you need 4 things: a beginning date, an ending date, consideration, that's money, and meeting of the minds, which means you're both agreeing to something. You're agreeing to buy a stock at a certain price at a certain date, and they give you money to do that. Legal binding contract. You cannot just do whatever you want. There are certain rules. Best time of day to day trade. I don't day trade, so I couldn't answer that question. And, oh, we're done with questions. Hi, what's the difference between weekly options and monthly options? Vernie Chu, how are you today? Okay, Vernie, the difference between a monthly option and a weekly option, other than the fact that monthly, you can only do it once a month, 12 times a year. Weekly, once a week, 52 times a year. Other than that, there's really no difference between the two. Okay, monthlies expire on the 3rd Friday of the month. Weeklies expire every Friday. Okay, that's about the only difference there is. All right, so that's all the questions. Oh, look at that. Bear that swings. Ooh, I love a troll. Can you explain a little more on the international broker and VPN? Andre, the only thing I tell you about a VPN, it's a virtual private network, and you do got to pay for it. It allows you to sign in from anywhere. Okay, you said you're in Jamaica. Okay, you can sign in Detroit. You can sign in Moscow. You can sign in Alaska. You can sign in Hawaii. That's what a VPN does for you. It gives you anonymity, and you can do it from anywhere. Thanks, James. You covered a lot tonight. Have a good night. All right, it is 11:51, way past my bedtime. And Bear That Swings, thank you for that compliment. Good for you, brother. All right, you guys have a nice night, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye on Facebook. Bye on Instagram. Now, John, remember what I said. You want to be on my live DM me with your phone number. I'll give you a call. We'll chat. If you have something to contribute, it'd be more than wonderful to have you here. Other than that, have a great night, everyone. And you guys over here on TikTok, I'll be back again tomorrow night, 9 p.m. to 11:30. No, yeah, 9 to 11:30. Raw Dog Ramsey, Johnson & Johnson baby oil. Way do you go, Raw Dog. All right, have a nice